Why do I need to get married? A man and a woman who are not married, who are living together and just enjoying the benefits of their love for one another, is what the Bible still till tomorrow describes as fornication. Oh, don't attack me. Even if you attack me, it's fine. I'm in my house and this is online. You can't beat me. You people that are in open relationship, you people that are testing the waters, how you know they do? And please tell me in the comments. Knowing that this person is sleeping with somebody that you don't know what spiritual and transmitted disease they have, what sexually transmitted disease they have, then you still go for knacks the next day. You people are very bold. What God sees as marriage, what God sees as a joining, as a relationship, when two people come together and have sex, putting it as simple as that, God sees them as marriage, okay? That is supposed to be with one person. There's that honor and dignity that comes with marriage. Side chicks don't have commitment to raise children. With marriage, if your wife is moving mad, your husband is moving mad, you have to stay there and deal with it. Fix it, be patient, go for counseling. But if you're a side boy, side chick, the day that they are moving mad, you don't pick up their calls. Hi everybody, how you doing? It's nice to be with you again, be with you. My name is Toji Oluwatoyinbo and I'm the relationship and marriage counselor you did not know you needed until you watched this video. Okay, today we're talking about something maybe a little controversial, and if I feel the need to, I will divert into other trending topics at the moment. But I don't think I will. Maybe I'll make that a whole different video. But today, what are we talking about? Why do I need to get married? What can I get, or what do I get in marriage that I cannot get in a relationship? What do I get in marriage that I can't get in a cohabiting relationship? What do I get in marriage that I cannot get in an open relationship? Okay? I think this will primarily concern believers, but even if you're not, you can learn a thing or two. So let's dive right into it. Like I always say, I'm not an encyclopedia of wisdom, but I'm just going to enumerate 5 points in the time that we have, and I'll shoot starting with number 1. What God sees as marriage, what God sees as a joining, as a relationship. When two people come together and have sex, putting it as simple as that, God sees them as marriage. Okay? That is supposed to be with one person. That is supposed to be a committed relationship. That is supposed to be a till death do us part relationship. That is supposed to be the relationship where you are putting your investment in. Okay? So my question to people that cohabit, or people that just want to be in an everlasting relationship, I say to them, if you love each other, if you are cohabiting, if you are doing financial investments together, if you are doing emotional investments together, then why don't you just make it legal? Why don't you just make it official? And then they say to me, why do we need to make it official if everything is already working like this? And I say to them, you want the benefits of marriage without the commitment of marriage. If you don't want to make it legal, if you don't want to make a promise to God, make a promise to each other in the presence of witnesses, it gives the impression that two things: you're either afraid of something happening, and so you are in self-preservation mode and you want to protect yourself just in case something happens. So you don't have to go through legalities. So you don't have property issues. So you don't have custody issues. So you don't have shame issues of people saying, after we bought Ashwebi, after we came, I thought you guys said you were in love. You were couple goals and power couple and all of that. So it's either you have those fears or you have commitment issues. You have gone into that relationship with a back door at the back of your mind. So this is good up until X happens. This is good up until Y happens. This is good up until she does this. This is good up until she does that. This is good up until I find someone else who is more appealing, who is richer, who is finer, who has more, who is more willing or more whatever it is. God's consent and God's covering is in a committed relationship. It's in a covenant, okay? And also because there is culture, and I know this can be debatable or arguable, but sometimes you don't want to take things out of the context of the culture in which they exist. Let me try and think of an example. Random example. Don't attack me. Even if you attack me, it's fine. I'm in my house and this is online. You can't beat me in the comments, right? So people say things like, there's nothing wrong. Let me say this one carefully. Paul, this is not for you. Just relax. Dreads are not going to take you to hell. Dreads are not the ultimate sign that you are the Antichrist, okay? However, because of the context of the culture that we live in, if you're not going to work in like a startup tech firm where things are, where the bars or the barriers to such things are low, if you're going to work in a bank, if you want to be a banker, if you studied accounting and you want to work at a bank, the likelihood of you being allowed to serve in that environment with dreads is very low. Okay, so generally there's nothing wrong with dreads, especially if you're not doing anything dodgy. But there's a cultural context as to how it is seen. And so the bank is going to want to avoid all those barriers. They don't want their customers thinking this person is a Yahoo boy. They don't want their customers thinking this person is a drunkard. They don't want to think that their customers think this person is Malian or something, because there are things associated with it. It's a different case if you're working in a different space, or we're friends, or we're family members, and I know you, I know your personality, I know your faith and all of that. All well and good. But if you want to work in a bank, you have to apply with the context of that bank, okay? So in the context of life as it is now, if two people want to say they are married and they're committed, you need to at least go to court and register. You need to at least do your traditional rites so that your family members, your friends, your church members, your mosque members, they know that this is a committed thing. But if you're just doing your own thing in isolation, then it's giving we are sneaking, we are creeping. It's giving we are not really committed. It's giving, well, it works as long as it works, and then we bounce after that. Okay, so number one is the fact that God's consent and covering is on a committed covenant relationship and not an open relationship that lasts as long as things are working or as long as it works for one party. Number two, what can I get from a marriage that I cannot get from a relationship? Again, layering on number one and piggybacking that onto number two, godly seed. The reason Malachi describes the seed as godly is that it's supposed to come from a godly structure, a godly system, a godly joining. So a man and a woman who are not married, who are living together and just enjoying the benefits of their love for one another, is what the Bible still till tomorrow describes as fornication. And it is still a sin. The case of we are living together, I love you, we've been together for 8 years, we are steady. It's not what is defined by God as a marriage. Even with Adam and Eve, God presents Eve to Adam. Adam takes on Eve as his wife, and then they know each other. This is endorsed by God. This is the purpose for which Adam and Eve are brought together. Okay? So from that, then godly seed can come. Now, if you're doing your own thing and running your own parade, there are no legalities, there are no family ties, and you're doing this for as long as possible, as long as it's okay for you, that's not the godly structure. And so godly seed cannot come out of that. This is not to say both of you might not be Christians, even though it might be growing in certain aspects, or the child is condemned to hell, or the child has a dark soul, or is automatically a black sheep. No. But this is not the ideal structure that the Lord wants. Because, hey, if the child grows up in that family where mommy and daddy are not married, but we are living together, and tomorrow they decide, oh, we are going our separate ways, and the child grows up with that cycle, and they feel, oh, I can cohabit with this person, and if it works, it doesn't work. If you have a child, and that's how you have baby mamas here, there, and everywhere. You have a man who has children with different women all over the place, and a woman who has a child for different men, and it's just a messy cycle. It looks cute and it looks okay the first time, then the second time. And then we leave children who suffer for the mess that their parents have made. I don't want to go into that story because it's a whole different ball game. It's just number four. I've kind of layered already in number one and number two. So I'll just breeze through them together. Number three is that the honor that society gives marriage is a real thing. And I know that there's the extreme society brings where if you are not married, everybody is, or not everybody, some people are hounding you, whether family members or friends or big auntie, big mommy, whatever. People are even almost shaming you for not getting married. I'm not talking about that extreme. But there is the honor that comes when people know this person is married. I know the debates in your hearts. I know that there are women that still chase married men. I know that there are married men that still chase single women. Those ones are not serious. Those ones are irresponsible, or they might be going through a vulnerable moment that they need help with, as the case may be, but that's not the ideal situation. But really and truly, I say this carefully, and I'm not saying that these are the metrics that we should follow at the standard. But when a woman is married, even people at work around her begin to treat her differently. The responsible men around her that were maybe hitting on her before, now she's Mrs. Now she has her ring. Now she has kids. Now she's someone's wife. Now she's going home to someone. Certain kind of behaviors and pranks and games, they stop. If you were sending funny messages before, if the woman was allowing it, it automatically stops. There's just that extra respect and extra thing that, okay, this far, no further. If they're inviting everybody to go for parties that last till midnight, they already know, madam cannot come again because she has to go home. There's that honor and dignity that comes with marriage. The society still values marriage. And I know that even the values are being eroded at this point. But still, especially in Africa, there's that honor for marriage. So when people see that you're sleeping with this person that you're not married to, you automatically come across as a hookup girl, or you automatically come across as a pimp, a guy who is sleeping. If he's sleeping with this one that is not married, how many other people is he sleeping with? You think they are the wife, Abi? He has other wives in different parts of Lagos or other countries or other states in the country. Okay, so there's the honor that marriage brings. You don't want to project yourself as someone who is loose, someone who doesn't have standards, someone who is irresponsible. All right, that's number 3. And number 4, really and truly, and I know that this is a huge thing, there's a commitment that marriage demands from you. I've said it before in one of my videos. Side chicks don't have commitment to raise children. Side bulls don't have commitment to pay school fees, to pay rent, to go for PTA meetings. Side chicks don't have the responsibility of nurturing the children, of coming home to make sure that everybody is well fed, of taking care of domestic staff and monitoring the home. You don't have that responsibility. It comes with marriage. With marriage, if your wife is moving mad, your husband is moving mad, you have to stay there and deal with it. Fix it. Be patient. Go for counseling. But if you're a side boy, side chick, the day that they are moving mad, you don't pick up their calls. There's no obligation. And so you're not building your spine to stay, to commit. And that's a big problem in society today. This is why people are married for 6 months. This is why people are married for 1 year and it's over. And many times, some people have tried relationships. You've been in 3 relationships, 4 relationships, 6 relationships before you got married. The way you were jumping out of all those relationships and it was seemingly nothing to you, even when you're married, at the first sign of gbas, your setup is already built to want to move out. So the structure to commit is not there. The structure you have formed over time, subconsciously, is, well, when this one is stressing me, I beg, I move, I bounce. And so even when you're in a committed relationship, even when there are children involved, it's funny how people think, even if there are children involved, I can take care of my children because I'm financially independent. I can just take them and move. And you think things will be easy and okay. Let me tell you, newsflash, things will not be easy and okay. I don't care what you've heard before, what you think you can do. It's not going to be a walk in the park. All right? And then finally, something you can get from a committed relationship, in committed marriage, a committed person, also assuming that the person has not slept around before, is protection from STDs. You people that are in open relationship, you people that are testing the waters, how they do? And please tell me in the comments, how do you do it? Knowing that this person is sleeping with somebody that you don't know what spiritual and transmitted disease they have, what sexually transmitted disease they have, then you still go for knacks the next day. You people are very bold, or maybe very stupid, very naive, or what is it? I don't know what it is. Where you people, like they say, are buying your confidence from. Or maybe it's jazz. You people are protecting your blood vessels or what. And no, even condoms are not 100% safe. All right? So what is safe is either abstinence or abstaining until you are in a committed marital relationship that you know is till you die or till Jesus comes. I don't think you want to be on medication for the rest of your life. Okay? And I don't think it's fair for you to now say, because somebody gave me HIV, I'm going to share it for all the men or share it for all the women. Have mercy. All right? So with these few points, I hope you are, if you were not, considering marry. If you know you don't want to marry, just be by yourself. Okay? And I'm not going to go into all the problems that brings. All right. So I hope that with these points, if you are not considering, I hope, pray, advise, admonish, beseech, beg, appeal, that you will consider marriage rather than an open relationship, rather than a relationship where you are hoping for the best or seeing how it goes. It helps you a lot. It builds capacity, it builds span, it builds commitment, it builds trust, and it builds the fabric of society. Too many things are going off because people are not taking marriage seriously anymore. Don't contribute to that. Contribute to a healthy society that your children will thank you for. All right, I will see you in the next video. Have a lovely day or a good night, as the case may be.